This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
It's Tuesday, February 24, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon update. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kamar Jordan. We begin with a fitting send-off for prominent Barbadian jurist Sir Roy Marshall, who passed away earlier this month at age 94. Prime Minister Frendel Stewart and Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson headed a long list of official dignitaries who were gathered at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Cathedral just outside the capital, Bridgetown. In a glowing tribute, Sir Wilford Wood, that's the first black bishop of Croydon, described Sir Roy as a champion for migrants who left the Caribbean for Britain after the Second World War. Monsignor Vincent Blackett, who delivered the homily, said Sir Roy was a man for all seasons who contributed significantly to a civilization of peace and love. In other news, Barbados is preparing to welcome a lasting memorial to the late South African icon Nelson Mandela. Word of this last night from the UWI principal, Sir Hilary Beckles, while delivering a lecture on politics, academics, and public advocacy at the Cave Hill campus. Sir Hilary disclosed that the Nelson Mandela Park, which is to be located on the campus, will be open in 2 weeks' time amid the ongoing celebrations marking Black History Month. Sir Hilary says recent disturbing images of beheadings plastered across social media and television by the militant Islamic group ISIS are a grim reminder of what our Caribbean foreparents were made to suffer at the hands of the slave master.
We speak, as we do in the media, of the barbarity which has been perpetrated in many parts of the world, people's heads being cut off and placed on poles and so on. And our 21st century consciousness, we recoil at images of this barbarity. But those were the standard images of Barbados for 200 years. Those were the images that depicted the landscape of this country. Heads on poles. Descriptions of plantation life on this island. Heads on poles across the landscape was the norm.
A word of warning from Prime Minister Frendel Stewart that Barbados is nowhere near achieving its full potential. In fact, he's been quoting from a recent employee engagement index, which shows that only 1/3 of Barbadians are delivering their best at work. The survey by the National Initiative of Service Excellence was conducted back in 2011. Speaking at the launch of a Week of Excellence, Prime Minister Stewart urged all workers at all levels to strive for excellence.
The pursuit of excellence year-round for Barbados is now an inescapable imperative of living in an increasingly globalized world. No nation in today's world can claim to make progress without an obvious commitment to the pursuit of excellence. For in the world in which we now live, there is no room for mediocrity. The race upon which we are embarked is for a place at the top and not a place at the bottom.
An appeal from one of this island's latest shooting victims for lawlessness to stop. Susan Lovell was shot just above her right knee in New Orleans after an unknown gunman opened fire in the community on Sunday night. She says the situation is totally unacceptable. Lovell spoke with Barbados Today after being discharged from hospital yesterday afternoon.
I went to shelter friends because we were going out. And upon getting there, we talk a little while. Then I hear some gunshots, tack, tack, tack. I told him, I look up the gap, and I see a fellow running coming down. I couldn't make out his face because he was far from me. I tell the rest that this fellow running coming down, so he was getting shot at. So I went into my friend's house. Upon going in there, we hear more shots. Everybody started to run through the house, wishing I was already in the house, but I get licked from where I was onto the floor. Then I hear more shots, wishing me that the person will have to be fired the shots inside at the house. There's a lot of lawlessness. And then some people, they say you can't walk, you can't go nowhere. like a danger.
And police investigations are continuing into that incident. Meantime, lawmen are on the hunt for 4 men considered to be armed and dangerous. They are 31-year-old Abram Hutchinson Sandiford of Mearsland, Richmond Gap, St. Michael, 22-year-old Omar Andre Cox of Ford's Land, Silver Hill, Christchurch, 22-year-old Kadeem Stefan Lewis of Block 4E, also in Silver Hill, and 43-year-old Toriano Tracy Hunt from Queen Victoria Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael. The 4 men are wanted for questioning in connection with serious criminal matters, and they have been asked to surrender in the company of an attorney. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is asked to call the police emergency number at 211 or contact the nearest Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477. That's 1-800-8477. There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's time for AgriFest again. Come and enjoy the National Agricultural Exhibition on February 27th to March 1st at the historic Queen's Park. Over 300 exhibits on show, highlighting the theme, inclusive agriculture, strengthening linkages, creating synergies. AgriFest 2015, the biggest agricultural exhibition in the Caribbean. Don't miss it.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Some more positive news now in sports. History at the World Cup last night as the big man Chris Gayle smashed the first ever double century at the tournament. The left-handed Jamaican hit 215 off 147 balls, including 16 sixes and 10 fours. He also added a one-day international record, 372 for the second wicket, with Marlon Samuels, who made 133 not out to set up the West Indies for a win against Zimbabwe at Canberra. Here's the action. Congrats there to the homeboys. To news from the region, in Guyana, residents on the country's east coast are pleading with the authorities for help after battling flood waters for the past 5 days due to unusually high spring tides. We get more now in this Capital News report.
Residents of Mosquito Hall on the east coast of Demerara are pleading for a permanent fix to the sea defense after their homes were flooded due to overtopping of the sea dam.
Like the high tide and make the water and start and the whole sea defense dam must start blowing and blow with it. The place where they make here for the sea for the thing for the make for come for the sea wall here now. The water start blowing all you know. Blow away and the flood up in the whole place for about 15 body house there dock out there.
And on that note, we end our afternoon update, but you can join us again later on this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or better yet, you know what, you can like us on Facebook. You can also catch us if you're moving around Barbados Today on Izumi Media, that's in a bus terminal, or via screenplay at a supermarket or a gas station near you. Also remember to tune in to Lime TV, that's channel 101, or Mix 96.9 FM to get the very latest news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a fabulous afternoon, and be sure to join us back here later on today.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy